guys, it's Vinny with a quick update. I know I just did a video about a couple of days ago, but I cannot help but notice this long candle that we just had in the previous session. As you can see, compared to the previous candles, it's pretty nice to the upside. Yeah, the last time we've had something like this was basically when we had a temporary bottom and we had a little bounce and we started this short-term uptrend. Now this changes a few things, so I know that I won't be doing another update probably until possibly mid to end of August, so I wanted to at least do a little quick update, another update for you, and so that way you're not surprised by the things to come. And the second reason is because there's been some miscommunication, mainly on my part, which I would like to apologize. First off, I'm using the Thinkorswim platform by TD Ameritrade, and TOS and futures, they don't really go well together. There are many reasons why people don't like to use TOS when trading futures, but what I recently found out is all my moving averages are a little bit off. They're off by, I believe, $4 or $5. Now, for some of you, that might not be a big deal, but for those who trade constantly, it is. Like, for example, right now, my 50 moving day average is about 1330 on TOS, and here it's about high 1335s to 1336 region. So it is about $5 difference. So another reason why I wanted to get this update. Now, when I found out about this, because usually, like I stated, I don't really trade futures. I use futures as a tool, but I usually trade minors. I usually use a lot of leverage stuff like options to profit. And to me, it's more of a less risk trade than futures. You don't have to worry about margin, any type of volatility in the overnight session. But anyways, so when I was told about this error, somebody told me, well, listen, it's about 1335. It's not 1330, and me being dyslexic, I perceive that to be 1353. And so on my previous video, I went ahead on July 22nd, yesterday, and stated that, well, 1353 area is going to be a huge resistance point, and it is not going to be a huge resistance point. It is going to be, it will have some resistance there, and I'll go over that, but it's not going to be anything huge. So really want to apologize. I'm sorry for that miscommunication. The huge resistance is this area right here, because you've got the 50 moving day average. So therefore, and I also stated that if it passes 1350, the low 1350, that we'll probably see wave 4, and I want to retract that statement only because the 50 moving day average is not in that area, it's in this area. So 1350s is not a high resistance point. However, there are two main resistance points that I am eyeing, and it is this, the 1335, 1336, and right here. So about high 1390s, and because 1400 is a whole number, it may just peek its head up to maybe 1397, 1400, a spike, and then it'll probably go down. But if it does pass 1400s, then I can say with confidence that we are in wave 4. This is going to be a corrective move, and we're going to see much more to the upside. So once again, it is 1335, 1336, and then the next major one is going to be the high 1300s, probably about maybe 1386 to about 1396. All right, and let me discuss the reasons for that. I didn't discuss this in my previous video. I should have. I didn't, and apologize. What we got here is a double bottom, and this is the neckline. So as you can see, it passed the neckline. The question is, where is it going to reach? Is it going to reach right here, or is it going to reach in these areas? So this is low 1350s. So I would want to eye this a little bit, but I wouldn't call this a major resistance. Just want to keep an eye out on this. So if it does have troubles, then we can assume that the double bottom has finished here, right? And also, I'm seeing is an inverse head and shoulders. We have a head here, we got the left shoulder and the right shoulder. So again, the question is it going to stop here, or is it going to stop in these levels? It'll be either mid 1350s or it'll be in the high 1300s. Okay, so keep an eye out on that. Now, I know what you're thinking. You might be like, well, where's it going to stop? I mean, is there really a definite place where it's going to stop? And unfortunately, with trading, nothing's really black and white. I wish it was. I would definitely be a multi-millionaire. I think everybody else would, but at this point, we have to go with probability. And as the months go by, and because of the moves in gold onto the downside, it's going to be more and more difficult to figure out where gold is going until it makes a major move, such as this one. This candle tells me it's got a little bit more move to the upside. At this time, we do have a high RSI. It is not that high, but it's up there. Stochastics basically will tell you whether it is oversold or overbought. It is neither. Because it's past this green line, it basically just tells you that it is in an uptrend. But as soon as it goes below the green line, that is when traders will be alerted that most likely it is overbought. Now, because of this long candle, gold usually doesn't move this much in one session. So on July 23rd and or July 24th, I am looking for a little bit of a pullback. Nothing major, just a little bit. And it will try to retest this 1335, 1336 level. And again, it should pass it. And then the question is, well, is it going to stop here or is it going to stop over here? So let's wait and see what happens there. Now, if it does not break the 1335, 1336, and if you get something like this, let me show you real quick. I just want to use this as an example. So pretend that we're here, okay, and the next two sessions are like this. If the candles are a little bit smaller, it doesn't really matter. But if we get a large red candle like that, then the probability of it going to high 1300s is very slim. And at that point, it'll probably just do something like this and it'll continue down, right? So as long as we don't get anything like this, then we should be headed to mid 1300s to high 1300s. Again, it might peek its head to 1400 or 1397, but it should stop in those areas. And like I stated, if for some reason we have one of these again at that $1,400 level, then I think we are then in wave 4. And the wave 4 of the Elliott wave theory is the corrective move. That's when gold kind of, gives a nice move to the upside. So, wanted to definitely give you this update. Again, my apologies, definitely my fault. I should have really thought twice before an update on the last video. I left a comment and also I left an annotation as well stating that the 1350s will be a major resistance point, and well, if it passes this, then I think it's going to be wave 4, and that's not the case. Again, it's this area, and if it is going to be wave 4, it needs to pass 1300s and to about 1400. So my apologies. I will go ahead right now and erase that comment because that was rather premature. But guys, it's looking pretty good. Okay. It's looking decent, and I do want to reiterate that as things change, and this wasn't predicted, right? So what I thought that what was going to happen was it would shoot up, and then it would kind of rest a bit, and then it would shoot up more. So as it rested, this moving average should have went down to about 1326, but because of this huge spike, it had to stop at these levels, and that was where the 50 moving day average was, right? So the moving average depends on the momentum of the price action. If it takes a while, then the moving average will come down, but if the price action quickly goes to the upside, then it would have to go more to the upside to touch and to kiss this moving average. So because of this, the squeeze indicator has fired. So we are fired long, but we do have a decent RSI. Yeah, it's a little bit high. So two things could happen. It can just kind of roll over from here, or it could rest and then make some moves to the upside. So that's all I have. Again, I do kind of feel bad for making a premature statement that I did in my video. Sorry for the confusion, and hopefully this kind of clears things up. And you guys have a great day, and let's see what happens with gold. All right, happy trading, guys. Thanks.